where we want to see it go, we want to see it go wherever God wants to take it. I don't want it to be about us. I don't ever want it to be something where we're just doing something that's making us feel good or pleasing us or elevating us. We never want to elevate ourselves above God. We always want God to be on the top, and always for it to be His desire and His ideas and what He would have come out of it. All right, originally Tuesday Circle of Grace was 4 or 5 of us. We met in the art studio at my house, and our focus was on our families, and we prayed for our teens. We all had young teens at the time. As word got around, we were approached by a lot of women in churches and youth groups about doing something here in the Philadelphia area where we're from. Seemed like a big event at the time, so we really had to think about it, but yeah, we decided we would do it. And that in order to do it, we needed the other churches to be involved, because we're not under a church. But we realized that once we got the girls there and in, if they needed mentoring afterwards, if they needed counseling, that was something we couldn't provide, and we needed the local churches to really come and help us to do that. So we decided that it was very important for us to make it available to everybody, regardless of what church they went to, regardless of what denomination they were from, or what their financial situation was. We wanted everybody to be able to come. So we do different things with the girls. We have one of the women in our group, her son is a professional Christian comedian, Joe Kessler, and he comes in and he MCs the events and he acts crazy, and the girls, they come just to see him, I think, sometimes. So they really, really enjoy him. And we also have a woman that has been with us doing the conferences. She is associated with Jones, New York. She's a professional model, has been for many, many years. And so she comes in and she does a fashion show with the girls. And what she does is she actually goes into the audience. She picks them in the morning as the girls are coming in and asks them if they would like to take part in the fashion show. And so it's actually the girls being able to be the models. We have hair and makeup, and what we originally did was we did it with a scenario, so that we said, okay, your scenario is you're going to go to a concert at a church on Friday night. How would you dress? And your scenario may be you're going to go meet your boyfriend's parents for the first time. How would you dress? And and on and on. And so we let the girls actually decide on what outfits they would put together for that. And then we kind of did a judging thing when we came out and just made it fun and silly. And then of course there would be a Miss Bold and Beautiful at the end of it, and she would get the flowers and the crown, and everybody cried and clapped, and we'd have a good time. We've done different things on, different aspects of beauty and purity and how that relates to biblical principles. We always try and keep that as the underlayment for everything that we do, regardless. So the girls really understand where they fit into God's plan. We have bands that come in and lead worship for the kids. We've actually done it where we've had a concert following the conference at night, where we've allowed the families and the guys to come in. You cannot shelter them from what's out there, so you really have to educate them, and that's where I think we're struggling in our homes today, and I think the churches and the youth groups are struggling because it's a new problem, not one that we've had before. And so I think addressing that and finding ways to address making these kids understand that there's really a different way to approach their lives and what they're seeing, and so that's kind of a lot of what we deal with. And of course it's really very directed to not just our group and not just the Christian kids, but we involve all the churches, and we really, really are working on ways to bring the unsaved kids, the unchurched kids in to hear the gospel and the message that's out there.